Okay guys, so I got some new information regarding the Die Rise new zombie map and the Revolution map pack. I've looked all over the internet and this information is not out there. But I want to kind of get you guys caught up to date. If you watched my first video, I said I wasn't sure when the map pack would be released, if it'd be like late January or early February. Well, right after I put that video out, I saw the pictures that it's coming out January 29th. So I tried to edit my first picture of my video so you guys could see it. It's on the bottom. I think a lot of people missed that. That's the first thing. Also, if you guys haven't been paying attention, a couple hours ago, a bunch of images leaked. And the first image, people are like, oh, that the map's going to be in Tokyo. And then there was another image that showed actual in-game footage where it says it's in Germany. If you guys remember my initial reactions after looking at the picture, I said that it was going to be in Germany based off the zombies' helmets, if you guys remember. So what we're thinking, maybe it's going to be like a Tokyo city or like a Chinatown in Germany. Also, there was a picture that showed that it is a survival map, so it's not going to be like a bunch of maps like transit or something like that. So there's going to be survival, and there's also going to be, you could assume that there's going to be a grief that goes along with it. Now this gets to the new information that I have that nobody else has. I have a mate in the UK, and he knows some people that know some people, and he was able to get me a picture of the layout of the map. Now, I'm not sure, I've been told it's not in my best interest to show the picture because Treyarch is very protective of this information. It's copyrighted stuff. They do not want this stuff leaked out to the public before the map comes out. So I'm basically going to talk you guys through it. You can believe me if you want or not, but basically let's get right into it. I'm going to talk about the perk locations, I'm going to talk about the guns on the wall and all that information. So first things first, let's get to the perks. Mule Kick is going to be back. Everybody's been begging for this. There's Mule Kick, there's also Deadshot, and Speed Cola, Jug, all that stuff. I see the Speed Cola location. Now let's get into that. I see a bunch of question marks on the map. I'm assuming this is going to be the spawn location for the mystery box, the different locations for the mystery box. Okay, so there's a bunch of different rooms. I'm going to start at the top room. There's the MP5K on the wall for 1,000 points. There's a door right there that connects to that. It's a 1,250 points, and it connects to the foyer room. This is going to be a location for the box to be spawned. There's a weird little thing on the floor, and I'm not sure what that represents. And then there's the MP40 on the wall for 1,000 points. Also, at the bottom of the map, there looks like a stairs kinda, and then there's a door. And the door, also there is a PM63 on the wall for 1,000 points. There is stairs, and there's another box location. And there's also a lightning bolt. Okay, so let's get into all this. There is these Z's on the map. Now, there has been rumors that it's going to be, it's either going to be like electrical traps or zip lines. I think the Z's on the map are definitely going to be zip lines. Zip lines are elevators. The zip line theory definitely lines up because when I'm looking at where I see a Z and there's another place for a Z, they line up on the map. So I'm assuming the Z's are zip lines. There are some other spots where it does not line up, and I'm assuming those ones are going to be like elevators or something along those sorts. Also, the lightning bolt, I guess you can assume those are going to be electric traps. So electric traps are back. There's going to be zip lines. And also, one last thing that I want to touch on is I told you guys that the PM63 is on the wall for 1,000 points. What's interesting about this is, if you guys remember, this is a gun from Black Ops. I believe it was in Kino, I want to say. But if you pack a punch the PM63, it turns into the Tokyo and Rose. So I am pretty sure, I think there's a reason for that, and I'm definitely think you guys can assume that this is going to be like a Tokyo town in Germany. I don't know. My feelings from looking at the map is that it's going to be like, it has like a Kino de Turin feel, and I bet when you get outside the map, it's going to be kind of like, if you can get outside the map, it's going to be kind of like a Derice. So maybe like a Kino meets Derice. I mean, those are two of like the most popular maps ever in zombies. If it was to like be one meets one, that would be like a dream combo for most zombie players. So that's what the feel I got from looking at the map. That's what, it's got zip lines, which kind of, that wasn't in either of those maps. That was from like Call of the Dead kind of, and stuff like that. But I don't know, just looking at the layout and the gun spots, it's definitely going to be able to run some hordes and get some trains going. And yeah, that's what I'm seeing, guys. So yeah, if you're not a sub, if you get a sub, I'd appreciate all my subs. You just comment and like what you think about this information. Once again, I'm sorry that I can't post a picture. It's just I don't want to get flagged or anything like that. So there you guys go, and hopefully I'll get some more information. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.